Okay guys, so I'm right now on my way to Cologne, sitting here on a train, and today we're gonna be talking about how to stop caring about what other people think of you. But I would say I'm at a point where I do care, but the opinions don't hold me back from doing whatever I want to be doing. Let's go. Today we're gonna be talking about how can you stop caring about what other people think. And it's not gonna be a quick list of just little hacks. It is gonna be my life story, I would say, of the last 5 years. And over time, I would say I'm definitely at a point now where I maybe don't care about other opinions at all, but I'm at a point where I still can do whatever I want to do without putting such a high emphasis on what other people think about it. Okay, so here it's just gonna be a quick stopover for like 15 minutes, gonna get something to eat, and also let's talk about other people's opinion and why overall this topic I feel like matters a lot. Okay, so here we just got to a really cool location. It's called the Medienhafen, which is kind of like Media Harbor. Really nice buildings. Hopefully we're gonna be able to record our little clip over there, so let's see. Alrighty guys, so it's the next day right now. I'm in Düsseldorf. It's the early morning, sun is rising. It's super cold, but we're gonna make it happen. And I would say, first of all, what is the problem with like caring too much about what other people think of you? I mean, it's cool like if everyone likes you, if everyone thinks that you're doing a good job or have a high opinion of you. I'm sure everyone knows it. Let's say you have an idea, you have something in your life that you want to change about yourself, be it small things like, for example, trying something new with your style, taking up a new sport, taking up new hobbies, bigger ideas like changing and developing. Maybe you want to start your own business, maybe you want to follow a certain career path that is not that common in your circle, or be it whatever big thing about you where you are really afraid of what other people are gonna think. What are my classmates gonna think? What are my parents gonna think? What are my coworkers gonna think? What is like the random person on the street walking by is gonna think? There's just like this feeling inside of you that's just holding you back. I would say there have been a few super practical things that helped me a lot with that, but also a few things that you maybe cannot do directly but are so much more meaningful, so much more impactful. And I'm gonna start with that by telling you a little story. Two big things, two big events that really helped me with putting a higher opinion of what I want to do in life than on what other people expect from me. And I would say during school, like middle school, high school, always trying to be cool, always trying to fit in. And there has been this big break, kind of like an epiphany moment where I realized, hey, it's not just this one group of people that I have to impress, that I need to impress. What happened basically, I was saving up to do it for a long time, a high school exchange. I've been doing like little side jobs on the side, and I've been basically spending a year in the United States, and they're obviously completely new environment, 100%. All my old friends back in the day that I tried to impress were gone. Of course, maybe a few texts here and there, or like 4 or 5 years ago, social media haven't been that big, so you haven't been keeping up with the stories with everyone. And I started to make new friends, and also I sort of became somewhat of a new person in that new environment. But the big lesson that I took from it with me was that if you're just gonna change where you're living, your environment completely, you do have the chance to become a completely new person, to build up a new reputation, to pretty much become whoever you want to be to a certain extent, and that gives a lot of freedom. And these days I'm really amazed, and I feel like this is really big, to just have this reference experience that we're super afraid to mess it up with our circle, with the people that we associate with, because we think it's almost a natural urge. It's kind of like from thousands of years ago where we were living in tribes. If you would up, so to say, you would be pretty much screwed over. And if they're gonna abandon you, you're gonna be in big trouble. But the truth is, these days, there isn't this big danger. If you're gonna completely change your circle, the people you surround yourself with, you're still gonna be completely fine. And that is a really big thing. Alrighty guys, so I've been recording the video there, and as you know me, the camera died. So let's pick it up here where we left, and I decided to divide it into 5 points to make it nice, crispy, and precise. So the first one that I mentioned is, if you have a big idea of what you want to do and you just feel a high pullback from your friends, your circle, be it society or whatever, the expectations that you feel are laying upon you, it can really make sense to just go out, go into a new environment, be it a new city, be it a new school, be it smaller changes like maybe changing a few courses, maybe spending a little less time with a certain group of people that make you feel not like you want to feel, or big changes, going to a new country, just moving completely. And I did that a few times in my life, and just this feeling of knowing that at any point you can leave and you can build a new life somewhere, a new friend circle. And I'm not saying that every time I left, actually at this point I have a few friend circles over like different parts of the world, and that is amazing on the one side, but on the other side, just to know that there is no fixed you, and that there isn't anything that you have to do. I just feel like to know that is extremely empowering and gives me a lot of freedom, I feel a lot of freedom because of it. My number 2, become good at something. And what I mean by that is, if you know that you're actually performing well at a certain area in your life and you want to build your life around it, be it your profession, your career, or whatever. Like, let's say you're really good at sports and that is how you're making your money. Maybe you haven't been always that way, but now you know. You're doing it well, you're an A player, and then someone, like, let's say from the past or whatever, from now, like, basically, you know, haters gonna come around, they're gonna be like, oh yo, are you sure about this ball playing thing? Maybe you're not that good or whatever. And what you're gonna think, obviously, is gonna, that's silly. I'm good. Like, you're seeing the results, you're seeing the progress, and therefore it's a lot easier. Becoming good at something is gonna help you to start caring less about what other people are thinking, because you're just too busy and too caught up in whatever it is that you're doing, and you know that you're good at it. Point number 3, and I feel like a lot of people are missing it, is that what people are most concerned about is themselves. And we all go through life and we're thinking like the spotlight is on us, everybody is looking for what we're doing. But the truth is, most people are super concerned about themselves, what is happening in their life, and very often whatever negativity they are putting upon you is very often just a projection of their own insecurities, of what they are afraid of other people seeing in them, be it like them doing something wrong, them not being right about something, them publicly failing. Their judgment on you is placed because they are afraid to have that judgment placed on them. So that is just something, you know, I feel like interesting to think about. But just to know that not everyone is after you, not everyone is looking at who you are and what you're doing. The truth is, everybody is super caught up in their own life, and that's the truth. Most people are very upset in their life, including me, including all of us. It's just to what extent is it? Is it 10% of your day, or is it 90%? And I would say, I'm 100% certain that the people who care about judgment the least are the people who judge the least. If you want to start caring less about what other people think of you, you have to start care less about what other people are doing, what they're doing wrong, what is not morally right, when they're publicly failing. You're like, haha. It's gonna turn around, and you are really gonna care about that because you're caring about what other people are doing. Just trying to focus on myself, on how I can improve the things that I am doing, really helped me to care less about if other people are thinking that I am doing something wrong, because I'm not looking at them, I'm looking at me. My number 4 is on how to deal actually with negative criticism, with call them haters or however you want. And I got this question a few times under my videos, and very often it can be explained rationally. Very often people judge you just from knowing you for a few minutes, just from hearing about you from someone. Usually the mean comments that I get are from people who've watched 3 minutes of a 12-minute video, and that's what they're basing their judgment on. Basically, like, reading the title of a book and saying it's crap. And therefore, if you think like that, it's already kind of like put in perspective in a way. Too often, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of people, just imagine that, people spending their time to think about you, to write bad things about you, to talk bad stuff about you. Usually the best reaction to it is just ignoring, and you have to just think about the place that these people are coming from. And I know it from myself, just reflecting and being self-aware. Whenever I maybe put out critical comments on the internet or have been talking bad about people, have never been the times where I've been feeling great about myself, where I've been feeling like things are coming along and I know where I'm going, I have a vision. And usually it happens from times, maybe weeks, where you feel maybe a little depressed, where you may be having a bad day or a bad week, and this is where the negativity is projected on the outside. Bad feedback, or let's say controversial feedback you're gonna be getting, the tougher you're gonna get from it. And if you're gonna connect that to being good at something, if you're gonna connect that to knowing that if you are in a bad environment, you just can go out and create a new environment for yourself, this again really can help. Because if you're always gonna be trying, there's no way you're gonna please everyone. So there's always gonna be people who are gonna be super upset about what you're doing. Often when I'm seeing comments where I feel like people are seeing a distorted picture of who I am or what I'm doing, sometimes I wouldn't do it too often. I actually take out the time, because I know that the people are looking at 2-3% of who I actually am. They watch 2 minutes of a 12-minute video, and sometimes I get certain types of criticism where I feel like, hey, if I would have watched me in that specific situation, I probably would have made the same judgment. So sometimes I take the time and I'm just answering like, yo, man, I can totally see where you're coming from. You see the thing I look, and I stand my ground. I say the things how I see them, but I allow the person on the other side to actually see that I am also just a guide, also just having a perspective in life, being vulnerable in a way. These types of situations that I've actually sometimes made people my friends by actually allowing to get the discussion rolling. Alright guys, so this have been my 5 more or less points on how to care less about what other people think of you. And I think it is a super big topic that affects everyone's life so much. And I would be really interested, how is it for you? Would you say you have a really hard time with other people's opinions, or would you say you brush it off just like that, it doesn't matter that much to you? And do you have certain techniques or like events in your life that helped you with that? I'll be super curious. Let me know in the description, in the comment section below. So with that, smash up the thumbs up button. Let me know what you think about this type of sit down and mindset talk videos. I really enjoy sharing the things that helped me along the journey, and here again, definitely connected to the fact of traveling, of trying new things, and just becoming a better version of yourself day by day. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and we're gonna see each other in the next one.